Hey folks, Casey Dimon here. We're talking about tax sales in the state of South Dakota. Now, South Dakota is a tax lien state. A tax lien is a priority lien that is sold against a piece of property because the owner failed to pay the taxes on time. This will differ from a tax deed state where the actual property is sold. Now, while South Dakota is a tax lien state, there is a certain situation where they could resemble a tax deed state, which we'll discuss later on in this video. Now, the tax lien auction process will take place on the third Monday each December. The opening bid will be the amount of the delinquent taxes, interest, and fees that are owed on that property up to that point. The bidding process in South Dakota is called an interest bid down method. Basically what happens is the investor who is willing to accept the lowest amount of interest in exchange for their investment by buying those taxes will become the owner of that lien. Now, there is a roughly 3-year and 2-month redemption period. The delinquent taxpayer has up to 3 years to pay off the taxes, canceling the lien, and the investor will then walk away with their investment plus their interest. If after this 3-year period is up, the property is not redeemed, the tax lien holder can then take the steps to start the tax deed process, but they have to wait those 3 years. Now, one of these steps is mailing a 60-day notice of their intention to acquire a tax deed to that delinquent taxpayer. This is basically the last chance for those taxes to be paid. After this 60-day period is up, the tax lien investor can then file proof of service for this notice and will be issued a tax deed. Once the tax deed is issued, there is no redemption period on that property. It is worth noting that many counties will retain these lien certificates themselves instead of actually selling them. This is allowed by state law, and in this situation, they would actually be the ones who at some point after 3 years would apply for the tax deed if they aren't redeemed by then. Then the property can basically be sold however the county prefers, or they could even keep it as county-owned property. Now, generally speaking, tax lien sales in South Dakota aren't overly common, and information can be difficult to come by. The best starting place is going to be by calling the county treasurer's office and inquiring for more information from them directly. To read the full set of laws that apply in South Dakota, head on over to Google and search South Dakota Statutes. Title 10 and the tax sale process begins in Chapter 20. I really hope you've enjoyed this breakdown of South Dakota's tax sale laws. To learn more about other states, head on over to taxsaleacademy.com and click on the state guide. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.